Continuing, Steward Zheng then looked toward the pill master with the surname Wang and spoke. As a second-grade alchemist, you actually caused a pill furnace explosion during the assessment, which really isn't the standard that a second-grade alchemist should have. Moreover, it severely affected others. I declare, you are stripped of one examination opportunity. Now you have only one last chance left. I hope you won't make such low-level mistakes again. Otherwise, regardless of whether you concoct a superior gathering yuan pill, I will revoke your status as an offering priest. Steward Zheng, please rest assured, I will definitely not make such mistakes again, responded the pill master Wang, hurriedly clasping his hands. Steward Zheng nodded slightly, then announced, the first furnace, 1 person passed, 3 failed. The 3 of you continue with the assessment. As Steward Zheng's voice fell, Lin Jing and the other 2 began to tidy up. Lin Jing first cleaned the remains of the elixir medicine from his pill furnace, then sat cross-legged on the ground and began to meditate for recovery. The blue-robed offering priest did the same, although reluctant. Given that Steward Zheng had already spoken, he too had to readjust his mindset and prepare for the next batch of elixir medicine concoction. As for Pill Master Wang, he collected his shattered pill furnace. After that, he took out a new pill furnace from his storage bag. This new pill furnace appeared to be better than the broken one he had used earlier. It seemed this person came extremely well prepared, even having a spare pill furnace, unlike Lin Jing, who had only this one from beginning to end. However, that pill furnace of his was given by Elder Yu. It was exceedingly precious. It can be said that among these people, his pill furnace was the best. Before Lin Jing began his meditation, he glanced at Pill Master Wang and saw that he had also started to meditate for recovery. Afterward, he no longer paid attention and started his own meditation. Time passed, and soon 4 hours had gone by. The blue-robed offering priest was the first to open his eyes, evidently having fully recovered. He then stood up, picked up the alchemy ingredients set aside, and began to process them, ready to start concocting the second batch of elixir medicine. At the same time, Lin Jing and Pill Master Wang were still in the midst of meditating for recovery. They continued meditating until the afternoon arrived, until once again a rich scent of elixir medicine filled the area. Lin Jing smelled the elixir fragrance, opened his eyes, and ended his meditation. He then turned his head to look at the blue-robed offering priest. At this moment, his expression was extremely serious, forehead covered in beads of sweat, sparkling with a crystal-clear light. However, he didn't have the time to wipe them away, for he was now at the most critical moment of pill condensing. He was giving it his all and dare not permit any distractions. Just then, Pill Master Wang also opened his eyes and stood up. It seemed he too had fully recovered. Seeing the blue-robed offering priest at such a critical juncture, Pill Master Wang dared not make any sudden movements, even slowing his breathing. Significantly, fearing he would disturb him once again, Pill Master Wang also understood that if his disturbance led to another pill concoction failure, the animosity between the 2 men would be irreconcilable, no matter what. In this way, the scene was very quiet, everyone tacitly maintaining silence, simply watching as he condensed the pill. Following a while longer, finally, the pills formed. The blue-robed offering priest also breathed a sigh of relief. It was only then that he turned his head, sparing Pill Master Wang a glance, but said nothing. Next, the blue-robed offering priest opened the pill furnace, reached inside the furnace, and retrieved several pills. Everyone looked and saw that in his hands there lay 2 superior gathering yuan pills. This batch of his elixir medicine had even directly resulted in 2 superior gathering yuan pills. Aside from these, there were also 3 medium-grade gathering yuan pills. 5 pills per furnace, 2 superior and 3 medium-grade. It was clear that the alchemy level of the blue-robed offering priest was indeed not bad. Had it not been for the disturbance by that Wang surnamed Pill Master during his first attempt at the furnace, he would have likely produced a superior gathering yuan pill in his first furnace and passed the examination. Following that, After he had placed the elixir medicine into a small porcelain bottle, he handed it over to the steward overseeing the event. The steward, upon receiving the elixir medicine, approached Steward Zheng and respectfully presented the elixir medicine to him. Steward Zheng reached out to take it, then opened the porcelain bottle, checked the elixir medicine, and nodded his head. Passed the examination, with Steward Zheng's words drawing to a close. The blue-robed offering priest finally breathed a sigh of relief. After the blue-robed offering priest had passed, only Lin Jing and that Wang surnamed pill master remained on the scene. Lin Jing had also begun unhurriedly preparing. The Wang surnamed pill master did the same. However, his speed was somewhat faster than Lin Jing's. Lin Jing first processed each of the materials, then he started kindling the fire. Once the temperature of the pill furnace rose, and he felt it was about right, he then added those materials into the pill furnace in succession. Just as Lin Jing began to add the alchemy ingredients into the pill furnace, the Wang surnamed pill master had already sealed his furnace and begun alchemy, with his foundation building true fire solidified. Before long, Lin Jing, too, started sealing his furnace. After sealing the furnace, Lin Jing cast the controlling fire technique, cautiously managing the flames as he began refining the materials inside the pill furnace. This time, half an hour passed by without any accidents occurring. Both Lin Jing and the Wang surnamed pill master were diligently controlling the flames, using their divine sense to monitor the situation inside the pill furnace, not daring to get distracted. As time trickled by, nearly another quarter of an hour had passed. There had been no reaction from Lin Jing's side, while a fragrance of elixir medicine emerged from the Wang surnamed pill master's pill furnace. Obviously, this person was about to succeed in his alchemy. After a little while, the fragrance became even more intense and wafted out from the Wang surnamed pill master's pill furnace. It was at this moment the Wang surnamed pill master withdrew his foundation building true fire, ceasing the alchemy process. Clearly, the elixir medicine in his furnace had been successfully produced. Afterwards, the Wang surnamed pill master opened the furnace and took out several pills, which included one superior gathering yuan pill. Steward Zheng, I have succeeded. I have produced a superior gathering yuan pill and passed the examination. Appearing extremely excited, the Wang surnamed pill master shouted joyfully to Steward Zheng. However, his voice reached Lin Jing, startling him who was intently controlling the flames, causing even the flames he was controlling to waver. Lin Jing frowned and then quickly steadied his mind, continuing to control the flames. Quiet. Steward Zheng spoke up in a subdued voice at this time, casting a disapproving look at the Wang surnamed pill master. The Wang surnamed pill master suddenly came to his senses and then cast a glance in Lin Jing's direction, whispering an apology to Steward Zheng. Steward Zheng, sorry, I was too excited just now. At this time, Steward Zheng, however, did not say a word. Following that, the Wang surnamed pill master put the elixir medicine into a porcelain bottle, then handed it over to the steward standing beside him. The steward, silent, took the elixir medicine and walked towards Steward Zheng. Thereafter, the steward came to Steward Zheng's side, handed him the elixir medicine, which Steward Zheng poured out of the porcelain bottle for a careful check before nodding his head. Obviously, the Wang surnamed pill master had also passed the examination. And in this examination, the only one left who had not passed was Lin Jing. At this moment, Lin Jing seemed unaffected, still refining his elixir, a sheen of sweat having already emerged on his forehead. Lin Jing simply reached out to wipe his brow, his gaze never leaving the pill furnace. Thus, another quarter of an hour passed. Only then did a faint fragrance of elixir drift from Lin Jing's pill furnace. As time ticked away, the scent of the elixir became increasingly strong, eventually pervading the entire courtyard. At this point, Lin Jing's elixir furnace medicine had reached the final stage of condensation. This was the last and most crucial step of the entire alchemy process. As time passed incrementally, Lin Jing dared not be negligent, continuously monitoring the inside of the pill furnace with his divine sense, while simultaneously turning up the flame, with the final medicinal liquid coalescing together and beginning to solidify within the pill furnace. At last, the elixir medicine was refined. Lin Jing finally relaxed. After waiting a while longer, Lin Jing opened the pill furnace. As the pill furnace opened, the fragrance instantly wafted out, spreading all around. Lin Jing extended his hand to retrieve the successfully refined elixir medicine from the furnace. This batch of elixir medicine yielded a total of 4 pills, 1 superior, 1 medium grade, and 2 low grade. Not bad. The results matched closely with what Lin Jing had anticipated. In fact, Lin Jing had intentionally controlled the outcome of the pills to yield. He needed to produce a superior pill without being too conspicuous. Therefore, even with his rank as a 3rd-grade alchemist, this batch had been challenging to refine, especially considering he was outside the alchemy room without the aid of system enhancements. Originally, Lin Jing had considered using the system's enhancement feature, but then he gave it further thought. This assessment required only 1 superior elixir medicine. If he used the enhancement feature, he would very likely produce a supreme elixir. It might even result in a pure elixir. That would be far too conspicuous. Therefore, Lin Jing decided against using the enhancement feature. Upon seeing the superior elixir in Lin Jing's hand, joy unconcealably spread across Steward Cheng's face. He had not expected Lin Jing to actually produce a superior elixir, which eased his anxious heart immediately. Then, Lin Jing took a small porcelain bottle out of his storage bag, placed the elixir into it, and handed it to the steward standing beside him. The steward took the elixir and promptly walked over to Steward Zheng. Approaching Steward Zheng, he passed the elixir to him. Steward Zheng took the elixir, opened the porcelain bottle, poured out the pills, and scrutinized them carefully. After a long pause, having examined the pills, Steward Zheng kept them and handed them back to the steward. Following this, Steward Zheng advanced a few steps forward, turned to address everyone, and said, "You've all performed well today. In this assessment, you have all passed. Your abilities have been recognized by Ubala. We hope to continue working closely together, and Ubala will certainly not fail to reward each of you. All right, Steward Cheng and Lin Jing, the 2 of you stay behind. The rest may leave." After Steward Zheng finished speaking, the others exchanged glances and then walked out. With everyone else gone, only Steward Zheng, Steward Cheng, and Lin Jing remained in the courtyard. At this moment, Steward Cheng took the lead to ask, "May I inquire, Steward Zheng, why have you asked us 2 to stay? What are your instructions?" Steward Zheng looked at Steward Cheng and said, "Steward Cheng, you've been in charge of collecting the elixir offerings submitted by the offering priest these past few months, haven't you?" "Yes," Steward Cheng nodded and responded. "I've reviewed the elixirs you've collected, and the rest seem fine." At this point, Steward Zheng paused for a moment before glancing at Lin Jing and said, "But why are the elixir medicines contributed by Lin Jing so few? Can you give me an explanation?" As expected, this is Steward Zheng's real purpose. Lin Jing thought to himself. To respond to Steward Zheng, Steward Cheng bowed with his hands in front and then replied, "The number of elixir medicines that Lin Jing contributes was set by Elder by previously at 30 per month, without any mistake." Steward Zheng, with a stern face, said, "Elder Bale's arrangement was from several months ago, wasn't it?" "Yes," Steward Cheng replied. "Very well." Steward Zheng spoke again. "I do not know for what reason Elder by previously allowed Lin Jing to contribute only 30 elixir medicines, but now I am in charge of Ubala at Nanshan Market, so we'll have to go by my rules." After speaking, Steward Zheng's entire demeanor surged with authority as he looked directly at Steward Cheng. Starting this month, Lin Jing, like all other offering priests, must contribute 52nd rank elixir medicines each month. And out of these 50, at least 10 must be of a superior grade. During my tenure, no one, regardless of who they are, is allowed to be treated specially. Did you understand? After listening, Steward Cheng frowned for a moment and just as he was about to speak again, he was interrupted by Lin Jing. I agree. Lin Jing spoke. Steward Zheng looked at Lin Jing and then reminded him. Lin Jing, that's 10 superior elixir medicines. I know. Steward Zheng, you can rest assured. Lin Jing spoke reassuringly. Steward Zheng nodded and looked at Lin Jing, saying, I have seen the elixir medicines you've made. They are no worse than those of the others. For a second-grade alchemist, producing 50 in a month is not a very difficult task. If you truly can't produce them, then you don't deserve to be an offering priest to my Ubilla. I don't care about the relationship you had with Elderby before, but during my time in charge, everyone is the same. Everything depends on one's own strength. Do you understand? Understood. Steward Zheng, rest assured, there will not be one less than 50 elixir medicines when the time comes. Lin Jing nodded and said. Steward Zheng nodded in approval and then arranged some matters with Steward Zheng before leaving the place. After Steward Zheng left, only Lin Jing and Steward Zheng were left. Steward Zheng then said, Lin Jing, can you really do it? Producing 10 superior elixir medicines in a month is not easy. Don't worry, Steward Zheng. Lin Jing spoke, then half-jokingly added, if not, I can have Li Tongyu help me produce a few superior elixir medicines. Wouldn't it be a light task for him to make 10 superior ones? Right? Why didn't I think of that? Steward Zheng slapped his forehead and exclaimed. The elixir medicines to be contributed weren't specified to be produced by the pill master themselves. Li Tongyu is now a third-grade alchemist. Wouldn't making these second-rank elixir medicines be a breeze for him? After speaking, Steward Zheng then reminded, however, even so, you can't keep troubling him. Don't worry, I have a sense of measure, and I won't bother him until it's absolutely necessary, Lin Jing assured. That's good then. All right, let's go too. Okay. Having said that, the two of them left the alchemy room. Lin Jing finished his assessment, left the alchemy room, and returned to his own small courtyard. Not even half an hour had passed before there was a knock at the door. Lin Jing opened the courtyard door to find Huang Qingling standing at the entrance. And it wasn't just Huang Qingling by herself. The siblings Li Tan and Li Qingqing had also come along. As soon as Huang Qingling saw Lin Jing, she directly asked, Lin Jing, how did it go? Did you pass the assessment? Lin Jing nodded, then replied, Fortunately, I barely passed. I also have to thank Brother Li for his guidance. Lin Jing looked toward Li Tongyu and quickly gave him the credit. Brother Lin is too modest. Actually, I didn't help much. It was mainly down to your own efforts. Li Tongyu said with a smile. Huang Qingling pursed her lips and said, You two don't need to be so modest with each other. It's good that you passed. We were worried before, but thankfully you made it through smoothly. Lin Jing's passing of the assessment is cause for celebration. However, it's a bit of shame. Li Qingqing spoke up at this point. Everyone turned to look at her, not understanding her meaning. What's so regrettable about Lin Jing passing the assessment? Huang Qingling asked. Li Qingqing took 2 steps back and then said, It's a shame that, now that Brother Lin has passed, he has no reason to live with you anymore. Li Qingqing saw Huang Qingling reach out, about to slap her. Giggle. She quickly giggled and ran off. Lin Jing and Li Tongyu both had a deadpan expression on their faces. Okay, let's not fool around. Seriously, Lin Jing's passing is indeed worth celebrating. Huang Qingling spoke up again at this moment. What do you guys think? After speaking, Huang Qingling turned to look at everyone. I think so too. Li Qingqing immediately agreed. I haven't used up the ingredients I prepared earlier. Could you two possibly? Huang Qingling looked toward Lin Jing and Li Tongyu. Originally, there was only Lin Jing, the one chef, but now with Li Tongyu added, there was finally someone to share the cooking duties. Those ingredients probably weren't prepared earlier. Obviously, Huang Qingling's ulterior motives couldn't escape either of them. That's not important, Huang Qingling said cheerfully, without a hint of embarrassment. As expected, Lin Jing and Li Tongyu exchanged glances. Then Lin Jing said, All right, bring them out then. After speaking, he added, But let's agree on one thing in advance. After this time, I'm afraid there will be quite a long period when I won't be able to join you all for gatherings like this. What happened? Huang Qingling looked at Lin Jing, full of confusion. After this assessment, Steward Zheng has increased the number of elixir medicines I need to submit to 50. Now I'll be just like the other offering priests. So, I'll need to devote more time to alchemy and probably won't have any free time left. Why would that happen? Huang Qingling's eyebrows shot up as she spoke angrily. You were permitted to submit 30 elixirs by old man by himself. How could he just change that on a whim? Lin Jing spread his hands and then began explaining. But now with Elder Bai not here, the entire Yubela in Nanshan Market is being managed by this Steward Zheng. Naturally, what he says goes. Brother Lin, Li Tongyu pondered for a moment and then said, I remember that the offering priests of Yubela are required to submit 10 superior elixir medicines, right? Yes, Lin Jing nodded. Li Tongyu looked at Lin Jing and continued to ask. Now your submission task is the same as the other offering priests. You must also need to submit 10 superior elixir medicines, right? Lin Jing nodded his head. Brother Li guessed it right, indeed. I also need to submit 10 superior elixir medicines every month to be considered qualified. Hearing this, Li Tongyu frowned. Then he said to Huang Qingling, those 50 elixir medicines should still be easy. But these 10 second-rank superior elixir medicines, I'm afraid they won't be easy for Brother Lin. What should we do? Huang Qingling frowned and asked. Li Tongyu did not answer Huang Qingling, but turned his head to look at Lin Jing with a serious expression. Brother Lin, if you need help, just speak up. Yeah, Huang Qingling's eyes lit up as she said. If Lin Jing's alchemy isn't enough, Tan Yui can help make a few superior elixir medicines. Lin Jing clasped his fists and said, Thank you, Brother Li. I want to try on my own. After all, this is also my personal training. If I really can't cope and need Brother Li's assistance, I won't hesitate to trouble Brother Li then. Li Tongyu spoke. Indeed, actually, it's in situations like these that one's alchemy skills improve the fastest. This was the case for me before. In order to practice alchemy, I locked myself in the alchemy room for half a year. It was with this dedication that I was able to advance to a third-rank alchemist. Yes, I can testify to that. During that time, I even delivered alchemy ingredients to her. Li Qingqing came over and hastily said. At that moment, Huang Qingling seemed to suddenly remember something, looked at everyone, and asked, Do you think Steward Zheng is settling personal vendettas under the guise of official business? Personal vendettas under the guise of official business? What does that mean? Li Qingqing asked in confusion. Steward Zheng only just arrived in Nanshan Market, right? He didn't know Lin Jing before, so where does the idea he's settling personal vendettas come from? Huang Qingling then began explaining. You don't know, when Steward Zheng first came, he actually visited the Liu clan immediately. He must be on good terms with the old ancestor of the Liu clan. And due to my relationship, that Liu Yuan must definitely harbor dislike for Lin Jing. So the old ancestor of the Liu clan, for the sake of his grandson, might have asked Steward Zheng to throw obstacles in Lin Jing's way and expel him from Yubela, then seize this courtyard. That way, he would have no way to continue living in the inner farm market. Come to think of it, you might be right. Li Qingqing's eyes brightened, and she said, That Liu Yuan has been pursuing you for so long. Now, Brother Lin Jing lives so close to you, so that's why he's unsettled. Huang Qingling nodded and said, I think so too. Last time, he saw the two of us holding hands. It was after that time that he didn't show up again. It's likely because of that incident he became jealous, and that's why he's doing this. Li Qingqing was stunned at first, then quickly seized the key information and turned to the two. The two of you were holding hands. Then, with her gossip spirit ignited, she leaned in towards Huang Qingling and said, Come on, spill the beans, what happened? Could it be that the two of you actually have something going on? Huang Qingling immediately gave her an annoyed look. What are you thinking about? Then, she began to explain. As the other party involved, Lin Jing could only shake his head and smile, wryly under Li Tongyu's strange gaze. However, Huang Qingling's words inevitably made Lin Jing overthink. The newly arrived Steward Zheng had visited the Liu clan shortly after his arrival, and right after that, the examination incident occurred. And this examination was clearly directed at himself. So could it be possible that the examination was a conspiracy all along? Its purpose was to make him fail the examination, forcing him to move out of the inner Fang market and thereby achieving their goals. After all, the public order in the outer Fang market was much worse than that of the inner Fang market. That was also the reason Lin Jing had sought to enter the inner Fang market. Although Lin Jing was not entirely sure, Steward Zheng was a prime suspect, while Lin Jing was preparing to celebrate on his end. At this moment, inside a secret chamber in the Liu clan compound, Liu Yuan was sitting cross-legged on a cold jade bed. At that moment, Liu Yuan looked haggard, his eyes were bloodshot, and occasional wisps of dark energy flashed by, indicating he was not in great condition. In front of him stood a person. This person was the Wang surnamed Pill Master. Liu Yuan looked up at the Wang surnamed Pill Master. "How did the examination go?" he asked. The Wang surnamed Pill Master bowed his head, speaking cautiously. "Young Master Liu, I did my best to disrupt him, but somehow he still passed the examination." After speaking, fearing that Liu Yuan wouldn't believe him, the Wang surnamed Pill Master quickly explained. "His alchemy skills don't seem as weak as the rumors suggest. I feel that even if his alchemy skills are worse than mine, the difference wouldn't be substantial." After listening to the Wang surnamed Pill Master's defense, Liu Yuan's gaze filled with doubt. He knew that this person had been a second-grade alchemist for many years now. How could Lin Jing surpass him so quickly in alchemy? Liu Yuan's tone immediately took on an edge. "Why couldn't you influence him? Don't you know how to cause an elixir furnace to explode? It's a common occurrence for alchemists' furnaces to explode. If the furnace explodes, no matter who it is, they could be affected, right?" Young Master Liu. To avoid any misunderstanding, the Wang surnamed Pill Master quickly began to explain in his defense. "I already used the method of causing the furnace to explode, and it indeed led to Lin Jing's failure once. Because of that, I received a warning from the new Steward Zheng. If you don't believe me, you can ask the others who were there. Many witnessed it with their own eyes, and for that, I almost got taught a lesson by another offering priest. After all, young Master Liu, you are also aware that as a second-grade pill. Master, if I continue to cause explosions, anyone would notice the problem." After hearing the Wang surnamed Pill Master's defense, Liu Yuan fell silent. Because many were present during the examination, the Wang surnamed Pill Master couldn't lie or deceive him. Then there was only one possibility. That is, Lin Jing still managed to successfully concoct superior elixir medicine despite the disturbances. If that was true, then it couldn't be attributed to luck alone. This conclusion left Liu Yuan silent for a long while. Seeing that Liu Yuan was not reacting, the Wang surnamed Pill Master quickly continued to ingratiate himself. "Following young Master Liu, I'm not afraid of being expelled from Ubela. But didn't you also ask me to inquire about Miss Qingling's news? If I'm expelled from Ubela, it wouldn't be easy to investigate." Only then did Liu Yuan come to his senses, and after taking a deep breath, he said, "All right, I understand. You continue to stay in Ubela and report any situations to me immediately." "Yes," the Wang surnamed Pill Master bowed and said. "Fine, you can go now." Liu Yuan felt a burst of irritation and waved his hand dismissively. However, the Wang surnamed Pill Master did not leave. "That, young Master Liu, what we had agreed on before." As he spoke, the Pill Master surnamed Wang stopped, not continuing further. Liu Yuan looked up and glanced at the Pill Master surnamed Wang, then said, "The thing you mentioned, once you go out later, just find the steward who brought you here. I have already instructed him. Rest assured, you won't lack benefits following me, Liu Yuan." "Thank you, young Master Liu." The Pill Master surnamed Wang hurriedly bowed in thanks. "All right, you may leave now." Liu Yuan waved his hand. "Young Master Liu, I take my leave." Having said that, the Pill Master surnamed Wang turned around and left the place. The successful concoction of Lin Jing's elixir medicine greatly vexed him. invisibly increasing his malicious aura. However, it was not suitable for him to show his frustration while he was with Pill Master Wang just now. After all, the Pill Master surnamed Wang had just pledged allegiance to him, and there were many tasks that he would need him to perform in the future. Shortly after the Pill Master surnamed Wang had left, Liu Yuan left the secret chamber and walked to the residence of Wu Kai Immortal in the inner courtyard of the Liu clan. Great Ancestor! Liu Yuan stood outside the door, bowing in respect. Come in. A moment later, a voice came from within the room, following which the door opened automatically. Seeing this, Liu Yuan stepped in. After Liu Yuan entered, the door closed automatically behind him. He passed through the front hall to the inner room, where he saw Wu Kai Immortal sitting with closed eyes in meditation. Then, Liu Yuan cupped his hands together and respectfully paid his respects to Wu Kai Immortal. Great Ancestor! Wu Kai Immortal opened his eyes and saw Liu Yuan in this state. After that, a dazzling light burst forth from his eyes. This light scanned up and down Liu Yuan's body. It wasn't long before the light faded away. Wu Kai Immortal's eyebrows shot up as he rebuked Liu Yuan. Did I not tell you to retreat and make a breakthrough? How did you end up like this? A heart demon taking root, your meridians obstructed, and not even a hint of advancement in your cultivation. I'm sorry, Great Ancestor, I've disappointed you. Liu Yuan quickly got down on his knees, prostrating before Wu Kai Immortal. I can't seem to overcome this inner conflict. Every time I cultivate, I keep thinking of the two of them holding hands, especially Lin Jing's face, incessantly haunting my mind. Please, Great Ancestor, punish me. After saying this, Liu Yuan kowtowed resoundingly. You, sigh? Wu Kai Immortal was about to say something more, but seeing Liu Yuan like this, he was at a loss for words and could only sigh helplessly. Previously, the entire Liu clan doted on Liu Yuan greatly. Whatever he desired, they would try to obtain it for him, having never let him suffer any grievances since he was a child. This caused the present circumstances. Just this one setback became the overwhelming heart demon in his mind. At this moment, even Wu Kai Immortal was filled with regret. After sighing, Wu Kai Immortal spoke. You rise. Then he stretched out a hand and directly lifted Liu Yuan into the air. Regarding dealing with that Lin Jing, I've already taken care of it for you. Having said that, Wu Kai Immortal looked up and glanced at Liu Yuan, noticing that he was merely bowing his head without any reaction. He didn't think too much of it and continued to speak. That new Steward Zheng from Abode is upright and unwavering, with a strong-willed nature, and someone who can't be easily bribed or flattered, not tolerating even the slightest bit of dirt in his eyes. I know that Lin Jing managed to get into Abode through connections. So the last time he came over, I casually mentioned it. I reckon Steward Zheng will likely investigate it himself. If everything goes as expected, in a few days, Lin Jing should have his Pill Master offering pre-status at Abode revoked and be forced to move out of the inner Fong market. By then, you can look for the right opportunity and make your move. As he reached this point and saw that Liu Yuan still did not show any joy, Wu Kai Immortal further explained. After all, even I cannot act rashly in this inner Fong market, for if we alarm the authorities of the market, our Liu clan will also suffer. This is as far as I can help you. After Wu Kai Immortal finished speaking, Liu Yuan hurriedly bowed his head, anxiously saying, Ancestor, actually I was also involved in this matter. Wu Kai Immortal suddenly lifted his head, his eyes gleaming sharply as he looked toward Liu Yuan. Liu Yuan knew he should not have been involved in this matter and quickly bowed deeply, saying, When Ancestor and Steward Zheng were discussing Lin Jing, I knew that you were doing it for me. Before Liu Yuan could finish, Wu Kai Immortal abruptly interrupted him. When I mentioned this matter to Steward Zheng, you should have been in the secret chamber. Who told you about it? As his voice trailed off, the oppressive aura emanating from Wu Kai Immortal grew stronger. Although he was quite indulgent with this younger generation, it was not always the case, and Louis Yuan's rash involvement in his plan without Wu Kai Immortal's knowledge had breached the clan rules. Moreover, this further infringed upon his authority. As the supreme authority of the Liu clan, Wu Kai Immortal absolutely would not allow such things to happen. Ancestor, it was my father, Liu Yuan said tremblingly. Liu Yuan's father was the one from the Liu clan who recently advanced to Golden Core, and when he went to see Steward Zheng, he followed along and thus naturally knew about this matter. Umph. Wu Kai Immortal let out a cold snort. It seems that the rules of our Liu clan are still too lenient. Liu Yuan thudded to his knees and pleaded urgently. Ancestor, I beg you not to punish my father. Liu Yuan knelt on the ground, his voice trembling as he said, My father told me about this because he saw how much I was suffering every day and wanted to alleviate my pain. In the past half year or so, my father has always been worried about me, frequently visiting me. But no matter what, I just couldn't get over it. I've let down my father's expectations. As Liu Yuan spoke, his face contorted, seemingly in great agony. Even after my father stabilized his cultivation following his advancement to Golden Core, he was still concerned about me and visited me several times. Ancestor, ever since you ordered me to go into seclusion last time, during this period, aside from my father, no one else visited me in the secret chamber. And my mother, at the time of my birth, As Liu Yuan said this, he lifted his head, his eyes reddened, looking toward Wu Kai Immortal. Even you, Ancestor, haven't seen me, Yuan, for a very long time. If you must punish someone, please punish me. After finishing, Liu Yuan kept kowtowing to Wu Kai Immortal several times. Liu Yuan's words left the Wu Kai Immortal silent for a while. After a long moment, Wu Kai Immortal sighed and then opened his mouth to speak. You may rise. During this time, I did indeed neglect you. After Wu Kai Immortal finished speaking, Liu Yuan stood up and then stood there respectfully. Tell me, what have you been involved in? Wu Kai Immortal asked again. Liu Yuan bowed to Wu Kai Immortal and said, Yes, Elder Ancestor. He knew that the Elder Ancestor had forgiven him, and hastily began to speak. Ever since you, Elder Ancestor, discussed that matter with a new steward from Abode, Master Zheng, I have been keeping an eye on it, and just as Elder Ancestor said, Master Zheng indeed does not tolerate even a speck of dust in his eyes. After he returned, he immediately began an investigation, and eventually traced it back to Lin Jing, and then hosted an examination. Upon learning of this, I felt somewhat uneasy. So, I bribed a pill master from Abode, who was going to be assessed on the same day as Lin Jing, planning to trip him up on the day of the examination to prevent him from passing smoothly. And the date of their examination is today. Just now, the pill master from Abode reported that he has failed, and Lin Jing still passed the examination in the end. So, after learning about this, I came to see you, Elder Ancestor. After hearing this, Wu Kai Immortal frowned and then continued. Since it has already failed, what do you plan to do next? Liu Yuan was silent for a moment before he bluntly said, I plan to find an opportunity to lure him out of Inner Fong Market and take the chance to get rid of him. Wu Kai Immortal looked at Liu Yuan and then said, I don't want you to carry out this task. Or rather, you should not be the one to do it, because the Liu clan as it stands now cannot afford the consequences. Liu Yuan looked at Wu Kai Immortal and asked, Elder Ancestor, have you encountered some difficulty? Sigh. Wu Kai Immortal sighed and then said, I won't hide it from you. My Liu clan is currently weak and cannot afford to provoke them. Liu Yuan was startled and quickly asked, Elder Ancestor, what has happened? Actually, even before Master Yuan formed his Golden Core, I had already started making arrangements. I secretly contacted an old friend of mine and wanted him to come take over the steward position at Nanshan Market's Ubela. With the two of us working together to drive that Mr. Bai out of Nanshan Market, it wasn't impossible. But somehow, that Mr. Bai became aware of it and also used his connections to have this Master Zheng transferred here to Nanshan Market. And my old friend was transferred to a market in the north. Now, without an ally, and with the Li family having not recovered from the failure to advance the Golden Core, we are in a weak position. So, What we need most now is patience. Of course, if you're able to get rid of Lin Jing before Mr. Bai and the others return, and make sure no one suspects us, I won't stop you. Remember, you may target Lin Jing, but that young Miss Huang Qingling must not be provoked at any cost. Understand, elder ancestor, Lu Yuan nodded and said. Wu Kai Immortal then voiced a warning. If you intend to go through with this, you must inform me in advance. Do not act rashly, and don't repeat a blunder like this time. Otherwise, I will not let you off lightly, whatever the case. Yes, elder ancestor, Lu Yuan bowed. Since Lin Jing's last assessment, half a month had passed in the blink of an eye. During this half month, aside from alchemy, Lin Jing took time to visit Ubela to purchase some ingredients for refining second-rank elixir medicines. This practice was actually a deliberate decision on his part. When others knew that he had purchased a large quantity of second-rank alchemy ingredients, they would assume his elixirs were amassed through quantity, which would prevent them from suspecting his alchemy skills. In fact, there was another reason. He was quite short on spirit stones, and the scarcity of third-rank spirit plants had kept their prices exorbitantly high. Just a few days ago, a third-rank spirit plant had appeared in Ubela, which was a supplement for refining cultivation true elixirs. Moreover, although the quality of this spirit plant wasn't the best, it came with its rootstock, perfect for planting in the system space. However, that spirit plant was too expensive, demanding 2,000 medium-grade spirit stones. And Lin Jing, after counting everything, had just over 1,000, far from enough. Thus, Lin Jing had no choice but to utilize his identity as the Elixir Valley heir once more, preparing to sell a large amount of elixir medicines. So, purchasing these materials, however you looked at it, was never going to be a loss for him. After this half-month, the assessment for Pill Master Offering Priest had already concluded. Unfortunately, 2 people failed to pass the assessment and had their offering priest status revoked by Steward Zheng. They had no choice but to move and reside at the Fong market. Nevertheless, even though they lost their status as offering priests for Ubela, it wasn't a big deal. Their alchemy skills were quite good to begin with, they were just unlucky. After leaving Ubela, they could still continue as offering priests elsewhere. Recently, many of the smaller clans outside the Fong market had extended olive branches to them. Apart from pill masters, the stewards also assessed other offering priests, such as talisman masters, artifact refiners, beast-taming masters, and so on. The assessments for these offering priests were in full swing these past few days, and it was said that several people had already lost their offering priest status and left Ubela. On this day, Lin Jing was sitting cross-legged in the alchemy room within the system space. In front of him was the fire meteor 4-pattern furnace, with no firewood beneath it, as the fire burned spontaneously. This was indeed the foundation building true fire that Lin Jing was applying. No wonder Brother Han Jing had specially reminded him to diligently practice this controlling fire technique. It turned out that using the controlling fire technique to control the foundation building true fire made the process exceptionally smooth. With the enhancement of the controlling fire technique, handling the foundation building true fire became more convenient and also reduced mental exhaustion. If he were to directly control the foundation building true fire for alchemy, Lin Jing would need 6 hours to recover after refining a batch of elixir furnace medicine. But with the use of the controlling fire technique, Lin Jing would only need 4 hours to fully recover after refining a batch. Continuing with this approach, Lin Jing persistently applied the controlling fire technique to refine the elixir medicine in the furnace. Soon, the fragrance of elixirs wafted out. Lin Jing quickly channeled spiritual power toward the foundation, building true fire at the bottom of the furnace, which then roared as it grew a few sizes larger. Now was the critical moment for the final consolidation of the elixirs. But just at that moment, all of a sudden, a warning from the system rang out. Warning! Someone has intruded into the alert perimeter. Please respond promptly, host. The system warning sounded, causing Lin Jing's output of spiritual power to the foundation building true fire to falter abruptly, making the fire shrink momentarily. Lin Jing quickly recovered, hastening his output of spiritual power. The foundation building true fire once again resumed its intensity. Lin Jing frowned, displeased with the interruption at such a time. He had specifically mentioned to Huang Qingling to avoid disturbing his alchemy during their last gathering. He had said that he would seek her out himself if he needed anything. Huang Qingling had also nodded in agreement, which is why there had been no disturbances during this period. Therefore, the person seeking Lin Jing at this moment was likely someone else. However, as it was a crucial moment in alchemy, he could not afford to be distracted. Shortly after, the elixir medicine finally took shape. At this moment, a prompt from the system followed suit. Ding! System notification. Congratulations to the host for refining the pure elixir and obtaining a reward. 10 harvest points. Elixir refinement successful. Alchemy proficiency plus 30. Note: you are currently a third-rank alchemist. When refining lower-grade elixirs, proficiency increase is halved. After finishing the elixir refinement, Lin Jing breathed a sigh of relief. Then, Lin Jing took the elixir out of the pill furnace, and from his storage bag, he pulled out a pure jade box and placed the pure elixir inside it. Having done all this, Lin Jing spoke again. System, activate observation mode. As soon as Lin Jing finished speaking, his perspective switched to observation mode and started to ascend until it was above the small courtyard. Afterward, Lin Jing maneuvered the viewpoint to the entrance and was surprised to find that it was Wang, the pill master, standing at his front door. Lin Jing, using observation mode, watched him as he reached out to knock again. Lin Dao, are you home? Lin Jing observed Wang, the pill master, and pondered. I'm not familiar with this person. What could he want? Seeing that there was still no response from inside, the pill master named Wang frowned and couldn't help muttering to himself. Strange. Is no one home? That can't be right. Watching Wang, the pill master, behave this way, Lin Jing decided to go out and ask what the visitor's purpose truly was. Then, Lin Jing spoke once more. System, exit observation mode and leave the system space. This time, the scene before Lin Jing shifted once again, and he found himself back in the room. Lin Jing opened the door and walked out of the house. No sooner had he stepped through the door than he heard Wang, the pill master, still calling out. Lin Dao, are you at home? Wang has come for a visit. He's really persistent. Lin Jing couldn't help thinking to himself. Then, as he arrived at the courtyard door, Lin Jing reached out to open it and saw Wang, the pill master. Wang Dao, may I know what brings you here today? Lin Jing's expression was calm. He didn't display any additional emotions. Upon seeing Lin Jing, Wang, the pill master's face lit up with joy. Lin Dao, so you're home. I've been knocking for quite a while. I thought you weren't in. If Lin Dao hadn't shown up, I was about to leave. Lin Jing responded directly. I was just refining elixirs. It was at a critical moment, so I was delayed a bit. Hearing this, Wang, the pill master, immediately grew anxious and hastened to say, Lin Dao, how is it going? Your batch of elixirs is unharmed, I hope. After speaking, Wang, the pill master, slapped his forehead. That was thoughtless of me. I should have realized sooner. Why do I always interrupt Lin Dao during her alchemy, last time at the assessment, and this time as well? Observing Wang, the pill master, looking so remorseful, Lin Jing made no comment and stated indifferently. It's fine. Wang, the pill master, put a hand over his heart and said, Good, as long as it's fine. If my doing caused Lin Dao to fail at alchemy again, my sin would be great. At this point, Lin Jing asked again, May I ask what Wang Dao seeks me for? The Wang surnamed pill master quickly said, It's like this, Lin Dao. Because last time during the assessment, I accidentally disturbed your alchemy. I felt extremely guilty. So, I specifically came here today to apologize to you, Lin Dao. I've booked a table at Drunken Immortal Pavilion and would like to invite Lin Dao to the banquet as a gesture of apology. After listening, Lin Jing's eyebrows furrowed. He was not particularly close with this Wang surnamed pill master. Apart from greeting each other when they met, they had no private communications. Now, why would he want to apologize to him? Moreover, Lin Jing already had a clear grasp of this Wang surnamed Pill Master's temperament. This person was not the kind to rise early if there wasn't benefit involved, which was apparent from their several meetings and the way his attitude towards Lin Jing had changed. And a banquet at Drunken Immortal Pavilion was not cheap. Considering their acquaintance, it seemed far too extravagant. Unless he needed a favor from Lin Jing, or perhaps from Elder Yu behind Lin Jing, only then would he do this. With these thoughts, Lin Jing directly replied, "Sorry, I need to focus on my alchemy and don't have any spare time, so I will not be attending." Thinking that Lin Jing was trying to avoid trouble, the Wang surnamed Pill Master hurriedly continued, "Lin Daoyu, I know you usually don't like to be disturbed, so this time I only invited you. I hope you can grace me with your presence." Lin Jing spoke again. "My alchemy skills cannot compare to yours, and I cannot delay the tasks assigned to me here in the building. Please go back." Having said that, Lin Jing prepared to close the door and return. "Lin Daoyu." The Wang surnamed Pill Master wanted to say something else, but was directly cut off by Lin Jing. Lin Jing's expression turned cold as he said, "During the previous assessment, Steward Zheng made himself very clear. Do you, Wang Daoyu, wish for me to be expelled from Ubala?" Seeing Lin Jing's unfriendly face, the Wang surnamed Pill Master was momentarily stunned, then quickly waved his hands and said with a smile, "Lin Daoyu, you've misunderstood me. I simply wanted to apologize. I did not mean that at all." After listening to the Wang surnamed Pill Master's defense, Lin Jing's expression eased slightly, but his stance remained unchanged. "I need to go back to alchemy. Please make yourself at home, Wang Daoyu." After speaking, Lin Jing closed the courtyard door and went inside, leaving the Wang surnamed Pill Master outside. Right after Lin Jing left, the Wang surnamed Pill Master's face immediately changed, drastically different from before. He glared viciously at the courtyard, then turned and left. After going back, Lin Jing didn't dwell on the matter and started to meditate and rest immediately. Several days quickly passed. Today was the day to hand over the elixir medicines. Lin Jing had already prepared the necessary elixirs to submit. 10 second rank superior elixirs were placed in a small porcelain bottle in his storage bag. No more, no less. Plus 40 lower grade elixirs. These elixirs were very simple for Lin Jing to produce. With the bonus from the alchemy room in system space, his success rate in concocting elixirs was very high. Every month, he could produce at least a few hundred second-rank elixirs, of which more than 50 were supreme elixirs. Moreover, ever since the alchemy room was upgraded to level 3, both the success rate of concocting second-rank elixirs and the chances of producing pure elixirs had increased to 20%. Every month, even just the pure elixirs, he could make well over a dozen. Most of these elixirs were sold. A small portion of them was consumed by him. Otherwise, with Lin Jing's talent and aptitude, he could not have improved so quickly. Plus, now that Lin Jing was at the foundation establishment stage, advancement was much slower than in the Qi refinement realm. Since his last breakthrough to the foundation establishment stage, he had consumed several pure elixirs. The improvement was significant, but there were still no signs of a breakthrough. However, breakthroughs don't happen overnight, so Lin Jing wasn't in a hurry at all. After packing up, Lin Jing left the house. Arriving at Ubala, he went directly to the backyard to submit the elixir medicines. At the moment, Steward Chung was still present there, who had previously mentioned that he would be stationed at this spot until Elder Bai and Elder Yu returned. Steward Chung. Upon seeing Steward Chung, Lin Jing greeted him first. "Lin Jing, you're here. How have you been lately? I've heard from others that you even spent your own money on some second-rank materials. How is it? Are you in need of spirit stones? Let me know if you are. I have some." The moment he saw Lin Jing, Steward Chung blurted out a stream of words. The concern in his voice was especially evident. Lin Jing responded, "Steward Chung, don't worry. I have enough spirit stones. Besides, the materials I purchased were not wasted. I made extra elixir medicines and sold them directly to the pavilion, which helped me break even quite a bit. To be honest, I've even made a little profit. Since becoming an offering priest for Ubala, Lin Jing had been selling some low-grade elixir medicines to the pavilion. After all, as an alchemist, one produces a sizable quantity of elixir medicines each month, and the low-grade ones were countless. This was why there were grade restrictions for Ubala's offering priests. In the process of making superior elixir medicines, one would inevitably produce a large amount of low-grade ones, and Ubala had dozens of offering priests who were alchemists. Much of the time, the cultivators in Fang Market used the low-grade elixir medicines, and even medium-grade ones only occasionally, not to mention the superior, supreme, and even the pure elixirs. Those were exclusive to sects, clan heirs, and their ilk. The numerous loose cultivators could hardly afford them. After listening to Lin Jing, Steward Zheng nodded, then stretched out his hand and said, "Let's see the elixir medicines you brought." "All right." Finishing his reply, Lin Jing took out several small porcelain bottles from his storage bag and handed them to Steward Zheng. Steward Zheng took the small bottles, poured out the elixir medicines, and examined them carefully in his hand. After a while, Steward Zheng looked up and said, "These elixir medicines are quite good. Did you refine these alone, or did you ask Li Tongyu for help?" Steward Zheng then quietly asked, "I've been alchemizing nonstop by myself recently, barely managing to complete the task," Lin Jing replied. "Good boy, nicely done." Steward Zheng smiled broadly and said, "Previously, Elder, you said you had exceptional talent for the alchemy Dao. I was somewhat skeptical, but now I believe it. It's been less than half a year since you were promoted to a second-rank pill master, and you've already been able to complete the tasks of an offering priest for Ubala on your own. As far as I know, you're the only one. I hope Steward Zheng can keep this a secret." Lin Jing spoke to Steward Zheng. "Rest assured." Steward Zheng, knowing Lin Jing's disposition of not enjoying socializing, agreed immediately. Subsequently, Lin Jing stayed with Steward Zheng for a while longer, collecting his monthly alchemy ingredients. After greeting Steward Zheng, he left. As Lin Jing was about to go back after leaving Steward Zheng's place, he had barely stepped out of Ubala when someone called out to him, "Lin Daoyu." Lin Jing turned his head, and to his surprise, he found that it was the same Wang, surnamed Alchemist. He seemed to be waiting specifically for him. Upon seeing Lin Jing, the man hurriedly approached. "Lin Daoyu, it's such a good coincidence to see you as soon as I arrived. I was actually planning to look for you." Lin Jing looked the Wang, surnamed Alchemist, up and down and replied, "Wang Daoyu wanted to find me." The Wang, surnamed Alchemist, nodded and then said, "I don't know if Lin Daoyu has already completed your task, but if you haven't, I have a few superior elixir medicines here that I would like to give to you. They're not many, but they should be enough to deal with the task at hand." Lin Jing responded directly, "That won't be necessary. My elixir medicines have already been submitted." After hearing this, the Wang, surnamed Alchemist's eyes widened in disbelief. "Lin Daoyu, you actually managed to refine 10 superior elixir medicines last month?" Lin Jing did not answer directly, but simply replied, "I have my ways." "Oh." The Wang, surnamed Alchemist, showed a suddenly enlightened expression and looked at Lin Jing. "I understand now. That's right. With Lin Daoyu's identity, you must have a few familiar alchemists. It was presumptuous of me." Lin Jing did not respond to this, but instead asked back, "May I know why Wang Daoyu is looking for me?" The Wang, surnamed Alchemist, then spoke. "The last time I bothered Daoyu, I felt sorry, and I've been wanting to make amends with you. But you seem to have been very busy, and I haven't found an opportunity." As he said this, the Wang, surnamed Alchemist, leaned in a bit and said, "This time I am here to offer you an opportunity." "Opportunity?" Lin Jing's eyebrows furrowed slightly, questioning. "Yes, an opportunity." The Wang, surnamed Alchemist, nodded. He then pointed toward the small tavern diagonally opposite to Ubala and said, "Lin Daoyu, there are too many prying eyes here. How about we go over there so I can tell you about this opportunity in detail?" Lin Jing looked at the small tavern opposite, pondered for a moment, and then said to the Wang, surnamed Alchemist, "All right." This Wang, surnamed Alchemist, had been acting strange lately, and Lin Jing certainly didn't believe that he felt so guilty about the cauldron explosion. That's why Lin Jing agreed to his request, wanting to see what kind of trick he was up to. Moreover, This was the inner Fong market, and Lin Jing had no worries that he might be put at a disadvantage. "Lin Daoyu, please." The Wang surnamed alchemist gestured, leading Lin Jing to the small tavern. Upon arriving at the tavern, the Wang surnamed alchemist immediately took a private room, ordered a few dishes, and a couple of jugs of aged wine. He then used his spiritual power to envelop the entire room, creating a soundproof barrier. After everything was set up, the Wang surnamed alchemist finally spoke up. "Lin Daoyu, to be honest, the reason I asked you to come is because I discovered a hidden hermit's cave abode in a valley of the Night Mist mountain range. And from the clues I know, the owner of the cave should have been a 4th grade pill master before passing away." "A 4th grade pill master's cave?" Lin Jing showed a puzzled expression and repeated the statement. "Yes," the pill master with the surname Wang said decisively. "It is indeed the cave of a 4th grade pill master. I also stumbled upon a treasure map by chance, which recorded it. Moreover, according to this treasure map, the cave should be a secret cave built by a very famous 4th grade pill master 1,000 years ago. It is said that he accumulated many treasures during his lifetime, all of which are stored in this cave. However, that powerful 4th grade pill master fell hundreds of years ago, and his cave has never been found by anyone." At this point, the pill master named Wang leaned forward, coming closer to Lin Jing, and whispered, "Lin Daoyu might not be aware, but I actually visited the place a while ago and discovered that the cave truly exists. However, the defensive array of the cave is very formidable. It's impossible for me to break the formation and enter on my own. Moreover, to open this formation, the joint effort of 2 people is the only way to break it. That's why I wanted to invite Lin Daoyu to go with me. Once the cave is opened, the treasures inside will be evenly split between the 2 of us. What does Lin Daoyu think?" After speaking, the pill master named Wang looked at Lin Jing with a strange sparkle in his eyes, as if he was about to obtain those treasures. "Wang Daoyu, if you haven't broken the formation to enter, how can you know there are many treasures inside? What if it's a trap?" Lin Jing's mouth curled slightly as he looked at the pill master named Wang, awaiting his response. "Some 4th grade pill master's cave?" Lin Jing was definitely skeptical. If there really were such a cave, most likely the pill master named Wang would have found a way to secretly open it himself, and it would not have come to Lin Jing's turn. To say that he felt guilty was even more far-fetched. With such a great benefit, except for parents and siblings, it is unlikely that anyone would share this with a stranger. The pill master named Wang fell silent for a moment before speaking again. "I do not intend to deceive you. The reason I am sure it is real is because at the periphery of that cave, I broke through one of the outer formations, and inside that formation was a spirit medicine garden. And I even obtained a piece of spirit grass from there." After finishing his explanation, the pill master named Wang took out a damaged spirit plant rootstock from his storage bag. Lin Jing looked at the spirit grass and was instantly shocked. Cleansing spirit grass. Seeing Lin Jing's reaction, the pill master named Wang nodded and said, "That's right. This is indeed a 3rd-ranking spirit plant, the cleansing spirit grass, which is also an auxiliary medicine for refining the cultivation true elixir. Lin Daoyu is truly remarkable to recognize it at a glance, even though this cleansing spirit grass is in such a damaged state." Then, the pill master named Wang continued, "This cleansing spirit grass was obtained from that spirit medicine garden. Unfortunately, when I was extracting this cleansing spirit grass, I accidentally triggered another hidden formation, which resulted in its current damaged state." The pill master named Wang looked at the damaged cleansing spirit grass in his hand, showing an expression of regret. "What a pity this fine cleansing spirit grass is now in such a damaged state due to my carelessness. It's also for this reason that I believe there are definitely other more incredible treasures inside. If Lin Daoyu agrees to go to the cave with me, I am willing to give this cleansing spirit grass rootstock to Lin Daoyu." Cleansing spirit grass is a 3rd-grade spirit grass. Lin Jing has yet to possess any, and if he could get this cleansing spirit grass, it would mean he had gathered another type of auxiliary medicine necessary for refining the cultivation true elixir. If so, he would be one step closer to refining the cultivation true elixir. Lin Jing thought for a moment and then continued. Wang Daoyu, with such a precious place, naturally, you would keep it a secret and choose to go with close and trusted friends. As for the relationship between Wang Daoyu and myself, it seems not yet to have reached that point, has it? After speaking, Lin Jing looked directly at the pill master named Wang, waiting for his answer. The pill master with the surname Wang fell silent for a moment before speaking. To be honest, my seeking out Lin Daoyu actually carries another meaning. That is because of Elder Yu. I am aware that you and Elder Yu share an extraordinary relationship. The reason I invited Lin Daoyu is to ask you to put in a few good words for me in front of Elder Yu and hopefully have Elder Yu give me some guidance. After all, guidance from a golden core immortal is incredibly hard to come by. Of course, if you could also secure a managerial position for me at Ubela, that would be even better. The pill master with the surname Wang smiled broadly as he stood up to pour Lin Jing another cup of wine. With Elder Yu's recommendation, I believe even Elder Bai would take it seriously. If the position of manager is too much to ask for, the pill master with the surname Wang paused here, seemingly reluctant to continue. After a moment, as if he had made a decision, he raised his cup towards Lin Jing across the space and said, "Then forget it. I will just consider it having made a friend in Lin Daoyu. I only hope that Lin Daoyu can look after me a little in our future interactions. That alone would satisfy me." Having said that, the pill master with the surname Wang drained the old wine in his cup in one gulp. After listening to what the pill master with the surname Wang had said, Lin Jing fell into contemplation. From the words just spoken, Lin Jing could ascertain that 80% of this man's words were false, even though the reasons he gave sounded sufficient. However, there were significant loopholes, one being that they were not close, and he knew too little about Lin Jing, thinking Lin Jing was like him, to be tempted by the allure of a fourth-grade pill master's dwelling and be confused. Moreover, Ubela is backed by Iyun Pavilion, and even if Elder Yu became a golden core immortal, it was unlikely he would be able to influence the personnel arrangements of Ubela. Of course, Lin Jing was aware of this, but the pill master with the surname Wang might not be. Yet, given their limited interactions, why would this man go to such lengths puzzled Lin Jing. Seeing Lin Jing's hesitation, the pill master with the surname Wang once again spoke. "Lin Daoyu, what do you think? You can be assured that besides myself, no one else can find that cave dwelling, so there is absolutely no need to worry about being beaten to it." After pondering for a while, Lin Jing finally said, "This matter is too significant. I cannot make a decision right away. I need to carefully consider it before I give you an answer." "I see." Seeing that Lin Jing did not outright refuse, the pill master with the surname Wang's face showed a hint of joy, and he said, "Indeed. However, Lin Daoyu, you must make your decision quickly. After all, the sooner the treasure is in one's possession, the sooner one can be at ease, right? Also, I hope Lin Daoyu will keep this matter confidential. After all, this is a fourth-grade pill master's dwelling. If leaked recklessly, it might cause unnecessary trouble." "I'm well aware of that," Lin Jing replied. "Then I will return to give this further thought. If I come to a decision, I will inform you. Farewell, Pill Master Wang." After speaking, Lin Jing turned and left the tavern. After leaving, Lin Jing found a secluded alley and entered the system space. Inside the system space, Lin Jing changed into a different set of clothes. He then activated the hidden dragon pendant of the Azure Moon, altering his appearance and aura, disguising himself as a stout man. Then he exited the system space. The behavior of the pill master with the surname Wang was just too suspicious. Lin Jing had some guesses, but was not too certain. So, Lin Jing decided to follow the man to see what he really intended to do. Lin Jing left the system space, and, as the identity of the burly man, he entered the small tavern. He saw that the private room previously occupied by the two individuals had its door wide open, and the server was busy tidying up inside, but there was no sign of the Wang surnamed Pill Master. It appeared that the Wang surnamed Pill Master had already left. Not much time had passed from Lin Jing leaving to changing his disguise and coming back. Presumably, the Wang surnamed Pill Master couldn't have gone far. Lin Jing quickly left the tavern and continued his search. Before long, Lin Jing indeed saw the Wang surnamed Pill Master. He was at that moment walking on the main street. Lin Jing stealthily followed behind him. The street was bustling with people, and the Wang surnamed Pill Master did not notice Lin Jing, walking boldly and openly. It wasn't until a moment later, to avoid losing him, Lin Jing released a trace of aura onto the man. The Wang surnamed Pill Master seemed to sense something and looked back over his shoulder. Luckily, Lin Jing reacted promptly, ducking directly into a side alley. At that point, Lin Jing understood that it would be nearly impossible to follow him since the man surely had some magical artifacts for preventing tracking. Lin Jing then decided to immediately give up the pursuit. Following that, Lin Jing continued along the alley, winding his way until there were no more people around, and then he entered the system space. Shortly after Lin Jing entered the system space, the Wang surnamed Pill Master also appeared in the same alley. In his hand, there was a greenish small insect with a scale on its head emitting a faint light that flickered on and off. Upon arrival at the alley, the Wang surnamed Pill Master held the small insect. Looking around the area, then he furrowed his brows. Strange. Why did that aura suddenly disappear here? Then, caressing the insect in his hand, the Pill Master muttered to himself with a frown. This spirit-sensing insect definitely doesn't make mistakes. Just now, someone was definitely trying to follow me. At this time, inside the system space, Lin Jing finally understood why he had been discovered. The other party had a spirit-sensing insect. This spirit-sensing insect was a rare mystical insect, extremely uncommon, and highly sensitive to spiritual power and various auras. Moreover, even in a situation with a complex mix of auras, it could easily capture the one directed at itself. When it came to tracking auras, the spirit-sensing insect was even more useful than other creatures like spirit-hunting hounds. Lin Jing had revealed his own aura in his attempt to follow the Wang surnamed Pill Master, which had been sensed by the spirit-sensing insect on him, and his own presence had been detected as a result. That's why Lin Jing was exposed and tracked down by the Wang surnamed Pill Master. Fortunately, Lin Jing had realized something was amiss the moment his tracking attempt failed. After entering the system space, Lin Jing immediately activated observation mode. Sure enough, before long, the Wang surnamed Pill Master came searching. At this moment, the Wang surnamed Pill Master was still searching. Seeing no one else around and the light on the scale of the spirit, Seeing no one else around and the light on the scale of the spirit-sensing insect completely faded, it was clear that the aura he was tracking had completely vanished. The Wang surnamed Pill Master walked around a bit more and then, frowning, muttered to himself as he left. After the Wang surnamed Pill Master had left, Lin Jing chose not to come out immediately. Instead, he elevated his viewpoint to monitor the Pill Master's actions from a higher position. As expected, the Wang surnamed Pill Master didn't really leave, but instead hid around a corner of the alley while observing the spirit-sensing insect in his hand. Lin Jing could not help but let out a cold laugh. This guy was indeed clever. If he were to go out now, his own aura would surely trigger the reaction of the spirit insect detector. At that point, it would be able to find him based on the guidance of the spirit insect detector. However, with the hidden dragon pendant of the Azure Moon in his possession, Lin Jing could change his aura at will and potentially evade the detection of the spirit insect detector. But even if Lin Jing changed his disguise and aura, it would still not be wise to venture out hastily. It would be less troublesome to wait for that Pill Master surnamed Wang to leave, and then he could go out without delay. After all, Lin Jing was not in a rush, and instead of idling by, it seemed more practical to refine some elixir furnace medicine. System: Exit observation mode. Acting on his thoughts, Lin Jing immediately exited observation mode and headed to the alchemy room to start his busy work. After waiting for some time and seeing no movement in the alley, the pill master surnamed Wang finally left the alley with furrowed brows. After the pill master surnamed Wang left the alley, it wasn't long before Lin Jing finished refining a batch of elixir medicine, and he then re-entered observation mode to inspect the area, confirming that pill master Wang had indeed gone. Only then did Lin Jing change his identity and aura again and leave through another exit of the alley. Walking back, Lin Jing pondered continuously. It was now impossible to follow this pill master Wang with the spirit insect detector present. No matter what, he could not evade it. But without following him, he wouldn't know the true intentions of pill master Wang, nor could he rashly accompany him to some fourth-grade pill master's cave dwelling. Most importantly, he was extremely interested in acquiring that spirit grass. Unless he could find a way to follow him without triggering the alarm of the spirit insect detector. Just then, Lin Jing suddenly had a flash of inspiration as if he thought of something, and a smile played on his lips as he murmured to himself, "How could I forget about it?" Then, Lin Jing strode towards his own residence. After returning, Lin Jing didn't go back to his own courtyard, but instead arrived at Huang Qingling's courtyard. The solution Lin Jing had thought of was Little Sparrow. Little Sparrow was a demonic beast, and if it set out to follow, it would naturally not alert the spirit insect detector. Moreover, it was small and swift, making it extremely difficult to detect. Most crucially, it possessed a certain level of intelligence, which made it fully capable of completing the tracking task. Following that, Lin Jing knocked on the door. After a moment, Huang Qingling's voice came from inside. Coming. However, the tone sounded somewhat subdued and lacked its usual liveliness, as if she was not in a good mood. The courtyard door then opened. Lin Jing saw Huang Qingling, whose complexion clearly looked off, as if she had just been sulking. Upon seeing Lin Jing standing at the doorway, her expression eased slightly. "Lin Jing, is that you? What brought you here today?" Huang Qingling asked, looking at Lin Jing with curiosity. "Well, I just finished submitting the elixir medicine today and decided to take a break from alchemy, rest a bit, and then come over to see you." "What's wrong with you? Who has upset you again?" Huang Qingling huffed. Who else could it be but that silly bird? "Little Sparrow? How did it bother you again? Feel free to tell me." Lin Jing was very curious. At Huang Qingling's place, Little Sparrow had become the typical example of the saying, "Every 3 days, without a beating, one climbs onto the roof to start trouble." Huang Qingling replied, posing a question back to Lin Jing. "Since last time, has Little Sparrow come to you, asking for your help with making something to eat?" Lin Jing thought for a moment and then suddenly remembered that Little Sparrow hadn't come looking for him, since it had been taken by Elderby for training last time. With that realization, Lin Jing spoke. "Actually, no, it hasn't. Ever since Little Sparrow was trained by Elderby that time, it hasn't come to me again. Could it be that this Little Sparrow has become picky? It doesn't like the food I make anymore." Lin Jing looked at Huang Qingling, asking with curiosity. "Its taste has indeed become refined. It doesn't like normal food anymore." When Huang Qingling reached this point, he seemed to harbor deep resentment. Not eating food? Lin Jing was very curious and quickly asked Huang Qingling, "Then what does it eat now?" Huang Qingling looked at Lin Jing, his mouth curving into a mischievous smile. "Now it eats elixir medicine, and specifically the kind that boosts cultivation. It doesn't reject any." Eating elixir medicine. Lin Jing was shocked. This was the first time he had heard of demonic beasts eating elixir medicine. "I only discovered this a couple of days ago." Huang Qingling's teeth gritted with a grinding noise as he spoke angrily. "It's infuriating. I was just disciplining it." Lin Jing didn't understand. If Little Sparrow can digest elixir medicine, then the medicine must be beneficial to it. Feeding it 1 or 2 pills occasionally should be fine, right? Why still discipline it? Could it be that it has committed theft again? Lin Jing knew that 1 or 2 elixir medicines were nothing to Huang Qingling, and Huang Qingling wouldn't discipline it over such a trifle. Unless Little Sparrow had done something disgraceful again, like stealing. Stealing. If it was just stealing, that would be fine. Huang Qingling snorted coldly. "Is it that serious?" Lin Jing exclaimed in surprise. Forget it, I'll just tell you. Ever since Elder Yu underwent his tribulation, this little sparrow has been running outside every day, but it hasn't caused any trouble, so I just let it be and didn't bother with it. Until later on, little sparrow did something and became much smarter. Out of curiosity, I marked it and followed it outside once, only to find that it had always been running to the Night Mist Mountain Range. Since that was its home, where it grew up in the Night Mist Mountain Range, with little sparrow's abilities, it was unlikely to suffer any loss, so I set my mind at ease and didn't continue to follow it. Since then, I stopped paying attention to it. Sometimes it even brought back some spirit grass from the Night Mist Mountain Range. At first, I was quite happy, thinking it had found them on its own. But just yesterday, it actually brought back elixir medicine and a magic artifact. Elixir medicine and a magic artifact. Lin Jing smacked his lips. Has little sparrow's old habit flared up again? It's more than that, Huang Qingling said through gritted teeth. Like I told you, if it was just stealing, that would be one thing. This silly bird has leveled up. It's not stealing anymore. It's turned into a bandit. Turned into a bandit? Lin Jing was dumbfounded. The idea that little sparrow could become a bandit was beyond him, and he couldn't understand how it would rob others. Perhaps it waited for the right moment and just snatched the storage bag and ran? Brother Qingling, how does little sparrow act as a bandit? I'm quite curious. Can it actually open a storage bag? You're curious, are you? You'll find out when you see it later, Huang Qingling said with a cold laugh. Come on, I'll take you to meet this great thief. With that, Huang Qingling led Lin Jing toward the courtyard.